Hey there, boss. You really called her. That was something. Guess that means his big plans for the park died with him.
Big plans, huh? Did that include getting killed in his own arena?
Well, of course not, boss. Back when Coulter first took over, he had big ideas. And he made some big promises. His plan was to get the power plant back online and light up the whole park, making it easier to conquer and safer for all of us. We could have done it too, but things changed. Slowed down. Coulter stopped pushing, stopped caring so much.
Why did he stop caring? Did something happen?
Some of the gangs were guessing he got too comfortable, but I don't really know. Well, I'm just a trader, so I know my opinion doesn't count for anything. But I still think it's a good plan. Hell, I might even give those poor bastards out in Dry Rock Gulch a fighting chance.
What poor bastards are you talking about?
Back when the raiders took over, some of us, the traders who were here before, I mean, got away. Last I heard, those folks were holed up in Dry Rock Gulch. They're probably struggling. If they're alive at all. You think you'll follow through on Coulter's plan? Get the juice flowing again?
You seem pretty well informed about Coulter's plans.
Well, yeah. Coulter needed my input on getting the power plant running again. I'm sort of the unofficial chief handyman around here. Or as close as we've got to one. Guess you could say I've got a vested interest in the plan to get the power back on. Do you think you'll see it through? Coulter's plan, I mean?
Coulter had the right idea. I just might finish what he started.
I hope you do, boss. Truth is, I've dreamed about that day more than once. Not sure why, really. Maybe I've just grown attached to the place. What with all the work I've done on it. It sounds funny, I know, but I think Nuka World is something really special. I think she deserves to have her lights shine again. And just imagine, at night you'd see it for miles around. Folk would talk about it. They'd come from all over to shop in the market. That's a lot of caps for you and the gangs.
How long have you been here?
Been about 20 years now, I guess. For better or worse, Nuka World is my home. Gotta get back to work here. See you around, boss.
As long as you keep your eyes on the merchandise and off of me, I'm happy to do business.
I don't need anything.
Everyone earns their place or gets put in it.
Shank.
You remember
Well,
that, boss.
look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. Gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you and Nuka World's favorite Cyclops are standing here, well, I suppose he expects you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long it take him to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth?
Hey now, no convincing, just a friendly conversation between like-minded individuals.
Let's get one thing straight here. It may have been his suggestion, but it'll be my decision.
I can see that. Well, regardless of the source, idea's a good one. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word. Fun begin.
I wanted to ask about your role in this.
I'm listening.
Which gang do you work for?
Don't work for the gangs. Gage brought me in to work for the overboss. Plan was I'd advise Coulter in his grand scheme to run roughshod over the Commonwealth. And despite Coulter's change of heart, I've kept my ear to the ground, just in case that day ever came. I'm hoping today might finally be it.
What is it that you get out of helping me do this?
I've been well taken care of up to this point. I ain't greedy, but people with my kind of talents aren't common. All I'm looking for is a continuation of the lifestyle I've become accustomed to, and the same piece of the Commonwealth pie everyone else around here has been itching to take a bite of.
So what exactly is it you do?
I'll walk you through all the ins and outs of getting us established on the other side of those mountains. Claiming territory, running jobs, keeping folks loyal. Gage and Coulter also tasked me with keeping on top of the goings-on back there, so I'll provide you with guidance on the places we can hit and the places we can't. Kind of makes me your one-stop shop for causing havoc in the Commonwealth.
That was all I had?
So, does that mean you're ready to begin?
Okay, let's get started.
My ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave, or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land, or you want to wipe them out?
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
How does that choice affect our bottom line?
Well, settlers will probably rally some bodies if you try and wipe them out, but it's a guaranteed way to claim a spot. If you try to scare them off their land, there's a chance they might just tell you to take a hike. At that point, you might be able to buy them off. But it could end up getting expensive if you don't work them over a bit first. Beyond just that, there are some places out there overrun with trouble. Ghouls, children of Adam and the like. Those places aren't going to be interested in having a chat. So you're going to have more options if you go in guns blazing.
Let me talk to them. I'll convince them to leave.
Once you've planted your flag in the place, I'll send a crew in to set up shop. Now, next up, you'll have to pick who you want to hold your outpost once it's established. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
The Disciples.
Yeah? Better bring a tarp.
I'm sure the ladies will be happy to get some blood on their hands. For a good cause, of course. Hell, for any cause.
That just leaves the target. Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again. Make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka World's first new homestead?
We can't target certain settlements with certain jobs?
Unfortunately. Can't talk people off their land if there's no one to like. Most cases, I'll try to let you know why we can't target a place, but the biggest hindrance is if there's already some activity going on there. Though if that is the case, that Pip-Boy of yours might be able to give you some info on whatever might be blocking us hitting that spot. Now, you ready to pick that first settlement?
What were those targets you'd recommended before?
Croup Manor, Taffington Boathouse, Greentop Nursery, and the Slog. Again, I can't guarantee those'll all be available targets till I check my notes. But if they are, there's certainly a good place to start. Now, you ready to make your decision?
I'm ready.
Good. So, where you want to do this? Wait, pretty sure that place is one of yours, boss. That's where you want to hit?
Does that matter?
Only if you want to keep control of it. Targeting a settlement for a job is gonna break whatever connections you might have had to the place. Worth taking a moment to consider how much spot under your thumb. So, that the target?
That one's the target.
Ruthless. So, to get these folks to scram, you got two main options. Buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are, the simpler or cheaper getting them gone will be. Lizzie Wyeth over with the operators should have some toys that'll make running them off easier. And it's worth keeping in mind, the more populated or fortified a place is, the more prep you're gonna want to do before trying to run them off. Scare them good, boss.
You're the new overboss, right? You sure made an example out of Coulter.
And you are...
Impressed. I've never seen anyone survive in cola cars for more than a minute. Of course, you did have a little help. Cade was the one that clued you in. Yeah, I know all about it. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me. I think Coulter got exactly what he deserved.
I'm getting the impression that nobody liked that guy.
That's like calling a Deathclaw a pussycat. With Coulter running the show, business was starting to dry up. Now that you're here, I'm betting everyone stands to make a lot more money. Speaking of which, I'm hoping you're here to spend a little bit of your own at the Nuka Cade.
What exactly is this place?
It's my pride and joy. The one good thing that came out of getting stuck working for Coulter. Yeah, all of the amusements and games around you are working thanks to yours truly. I'm the only one that can take them apart and put them back together again. If I go, then it's only a matter of time before they fall apart. And all the cute little prizes you can win? Yeah, you can thank me for those too.
Careful. You keep patting yourself on the back like that? Break.
Give me a break. That's all I've got. Look, let me just explain how all this works. After that, if you're interested in playing, great. If not, then no harm done. Every game in the Nuka Cade still takes the original pre-war tokens. Just slot one into the machine and you're off. If your score is high enough, the machine will kick out a bunch of tickets which you can redeem at a prize terminal for all sorts of goodies.
Damn it! I already spent all my tokens on some magic beans.
Very funny. Look, normally I tell people the only way to get tokens is buying them from me. But seeing as you're the new overboss, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you a few other ways of getting them. You can also get tokens from the pre-war token machines in the Nuka Cade, but they only take pre-war money. And if you look around the parks hard enough, I'm betting you'll find a few here and there. I'll tell you what, just to officially welcome you to Nuka World, here's a token to get you started.
How about 3? As a gift to welcome the new overboss?
Sure, why not? May as well start off with you on the right foot. Well, I guess that's it. If you need anything, you just let me know. Oh, don't forget to take this with you, boss. That way you can't say I never did you any favors.
Up to me, I'd leave that behind, but you're the boss.
Nice. Nice.
You a fan of antiques, boss?
Sweet.
Hi there! If you have any questions about Nuka World, I'd be delighted to answer them. And remember, if you collect a full set of park medallions, I'll give you a special reward.
Tell me more about these park medallions.
I'd be delighted to. Spread throughout the park are once you've got a complete set.
I've got a full set of park medallions.
So you do. Why, that's just Nuka-tastic. Here's your special reward. What else would you like to know?
Tell me about the Nuka-Cola Corporation.
Our story begins when released to the error system malfunction.
You want the truth about Nuka-Cola? It's toxic swill that'll rot your teeth out. But you imbeciles gulp that poison sludge by the bottle.
System restored. With the release of our latest flavor, Nuka-Cola Quantum. Be sure to try a cold, refreshing bottle of Nuka-Cola Quantum today. What else would you like to know?
No questions for now.
In that case, thanks for error. System malfunction.
You're still here? Get the hell out of my face, you miserable, dung-sniffing dirt scratcher!
System restored. Have a great day!
Hey, you.
Hey, something I can do for you?
Are you the one in charge around here?
About as much as anyone, sure. Now you want to tell me what it is you want?
There's a gang of raiders coming for this place. Mine. But if you leave right now, I promise you, we won't have any problems.
You want this place? Listen, not trying to piss you off here, but I'm not sure that's going to work. This is home.
Look, I'm trying to help you here. You need to go now.
Oh, that's how it's gonna... Fine, take it. Place is all yours.
Okay, boss. You want to rest for a minute? This would be a good place to do it.
Hey there.
Unimpressive, but I guess it'll do. The sooner we get some supplies coming in, the better. You can run along now. Go tell them how it went.
I'm gonna trust you, no way. Wasted space on that.
Excellent.
Well, rumor going around is that some big bad raider boss strolled into the Commonwealth and talked a group of settlers right off their land. Not too shabby.
It's a damn good start.
I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough up. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Why stop at kneecaps?
There any details I should know about these methods?
Well, these jobs run pretty similar to those for claiming territory. Using force will give you more places you can target. Plus, settlers can't just blow you off. You try scaring them into paying up without laying some groundwork first, it could end up being a costly endeavor. Now, any thoughts on how you want to do this?
I'm gonna think it over.
Up to you, boss.
Boss! Someone's coming through the gauntlet. Go see Fridge. He'll tell you what to do.
Here to test out your skills, boss?
I heard you were looking for me?
You heard the alarm, right? That means someone's in the gauntlet. Looks like a real tough one, too. What happens next is up to you. You can take him on yourself in the arena, or I can make sure our little rat never gets out of the maze.
What happens if I choose to fight?
All you need to do is gear up and head for the arena. Bring whatever weapons and armor you want. Then we open up the door to the gauntlet and let in whatever dumbass scaver marks fell into the trap. After that, playtime. So what's the call, boss? You gonna give us a show or what?
Time to put on a show.
Hell yeah! No better way to earn a Raider's respect than kicking some ass in front of a crowd. Just head for the arena whenever you're ready, boss.
Out there, so you lot play nice.
Hello, boss. Congratulations on taking out Coulter. I'm, sure you'll do great.
Why would you congratulate me? It's not like you're free to go.
Well, to be honest, I don't know you yet, boss. Sorry I'm so nervous. I didn't mean any disrespect, boss. I just don't know where I stand with you, and I don't want to end up pissing you off. That, and well, I'd be lying if I said we weren't all wondering how you plan to run the place. I mean, this is your show now. You can do anything you want. You can run Nuka World just like Coulter. Business as usual, or you could, well, you know, get rid of the Raiders if you don't exactly agree with how they're running the place.
Are you out of your mind?
Just hear me out. The gangs that call this place home are already at each other's throats. Now, you could risk your own neck and try to keep them from tearing each other apart, or you could do the right thing and put them in the ground. When it's all said and done, you're still running this place from your fancy house on the mountain over there. Except now, you won't have to sleep with a gun under your pillow.
I'd have to kill All of them?
No, of course not. If you're serious about this, then you'll have to take down the leaders of the gangs. That means putting a bullet into Nisha, Mason, Mags, and Mags's brother, William. Once you do that, the gangs will collapse and Nuka Town goes back to being a free trading post. I should, probably stop talking about this out here. Just keep what I said in mind. Anyway, I'm the closest thing to a doctor around here. I treat everyone, raider, trader, or traveler alike. Got some medical supplies, too, if you're looking for those.
A doctor? How did you end up in this place?
Well, it's a bit of a story. I used to live at a settlement west of here. We got hit by Coulter and his gang back when he had one. It was a tough fight. We killed some of theirs, they killed some of ours. There were wounded on both sides, but nobody could get to them. I called out for a ceasefire on the condition that I'd see to their injuries as well as ours. Saved a few lives that day, including Coulter's. When he set up this place, he came back for me. Said if I came along, he'd make sure his guys wouldn't hit our settlement again. Now this place is my home. Anyway, anything I can do for you? Treatment or supplies?
Not interested.
Okay.
Feel kind of bad for these traders. Having to wear the collar.